Good afternoon, everyone. In today's video, I'm going to discuss one of an important adjustment for CBSE and ISC 11 standard. When we do final account sum, there are 14 adjustments altogether, in which one of an important and as well as a complicated adjustment is treatment of bad debts and provision for bad and doubtful debts. So today I'm going to explain this in detail. This will be very helpful for you, not just in final accounts, but in many other chapters that you learn in future. So do watch it very carefully and apply this in all the sums that you're going to do in future. Let's start. So as you can see here, there is few journal entries and handwritten notes, which I'm going to discuss first, and then we will take up questions based on this. Now, what is the bad debts? The debts that are not recoverable and it's a loss, so that is called as the bad debts. It is possible that some debtor fails to pay their due amount either partially or fully. The amount that is not recoverable is the loss, and that is called as the bad debts. So debtor eventually becomes bad debts. When debtor fail to pay their dues on time, they are called as the amount which is irrecoverable from them is called as the bad debts. Now journal entry for this. Journal entry is bad debts account debtor to debtor's account. Bad debts is debited, debtor is credited. Bad debts is debited because it's an expense is increasing. Debtor is credited because is an asset is decreasing. So bad debts account debtor to debtor when bad debts are recorded. Next one is the transfer entry. So the transfer is obviously to the profit and loss account when no provision for bad and doubtful accounts is maintained. Point to be noted, when provision for bad and doubtful debts account is not maintained, then the bad debts loss is straight away transferred to the profit and loss account. So profit and loss account is debited and bad debts is credited. Alright, so the two journal entry related to bad debts is what? Bad debts account debtor to debtor and profit and loss account debtor to bad debts account. Noted, bad debts is transferred only to provision to bad and doubtful debts account if it exists. If not, it is transferred to profit and loss account. So this is the first case. Now, in case if there is a provision for bad and doubtful debts accounts exist in the trial balance. So they said provision for bad and doubtful debts amount so and so is some amount. Now, what is the nature of this account? Is this an asset account? Is this an expense account? Is this a liability account? This is a liability account. This is a liability. So, liability, provision for bad and doubtful debts is a liability. So, provision for bad and doubtful debts account is debited and bad debts is credited. This is when we transfer bad debts to provision account. Alright. Now, the effect of this in final accounts. The previous journal entries will always come in any topic that is related to bad debts, even in partnership firms also. But the treatment that I'm going to discuss now, that is how it's shown in the profit and loss account and balance sheet, is extensively used only in final account preparation, which is the 11th standard portions for CBSE and ISC students. Now, two bad debts, old, and there is a bad debts new. Now, all of a sudden I've used the word old and new here. What does that mean? Old is the bad debts that is inside the trial balance. So anything in this trial balance, bad debts, is called as the old bad debts. And that the bad debt that you find in the additional information or in the adjustment is called as the new bad debts. So if in a question there is old bad debts, that means bad debts inside the trial balance and the bad debts outside a trial balance, then the old bad debts and new bad debts will be added and shown on the debit side of the profit and loss account. And in the balance sheet, it is the debtor less the new bad debts only, because old bad debts have already treated with the debtor. Therefore, old bad debts will not be further subtracted from the debtor account. So it's the debtor less new bad debts. So I'm speaking only about bad debts now. I have not got into provision for bad and doubtful debts balance. So make a note of this and let's move on to the next case. Provision for doubtful debts. Under prudence concept, the expected losses are provided while expected incomes are not so. Well, the whole accounting system works under certain assumptions and concept. We all know that, isn't it? And there is a prudence concept under which expected loss are supposed to be provided and expected incomes are not so. So this is for the reason that out of the credit sale made during the year, some debts may not be recovered. So you all know that debtor is eventual part of credit sales. When a person, when we sell goods to a party on credit, and the part on credit means he promises to pay on later date. So therefore he will be termed as a debtor in our book. So that fellow failed to pay his debts on time, and such debts may not be recovered and may become a bad in the next year. Thus, applying prudence concept, provision is created to meet such losses. So this is the reason why we make provision to meet such losses. So we have arrived at a conclusion that out of 50,000 worth of debtors, 5,000 worth of debtors are not going to pay their dues, which means we are unable to recover the money. So what do? We plan it to put that in the provision. We create a provision foreseeing the losses in the next year. Profit and loss account is debited here. Provision for doubtful debts account is created. So therefore it is credited. So profit and loss account data to provision for doubtful debts account. So previously it was bad debts and now it's provision. Please know the exact difference between the provision. Provision is setting aside a percentage of profit in order to meet the future loss. So that is what we call it as provision. Even in household we do it. We set aside a certain percentage of our income to meet any contingency that arises in future, isn't it? In any business or even in household expenses, moms will do these things. So provisions are nothing but that, setting aside a percentage of profit to foresee, to meet the losses that may appear in the future. Whereas bad debts is a occurred loss. So we know this amount we are not going to get. So that is the bad debts. Whereas provision is different. Now, this is the effect of bad debts come provision in a question. So this is how we deal in final accounts in the profit and loss account particularly. So I've already told you in the beginning how to deal with bad debts, and it's repeated again here. Two bad debts, if any. Two bad debts here is old bad debts. And old bad debts is the one that you see in the trial balance. Then you add the new bad debts, if any. See, it is if any only. Matlab, you won't find this in all the sums. You will find it only in certain questions. So if it's there, you record it. Otherwise, you leave it. So two bad debts, old one. Add new bad debts. All new bad debts is added to it. Then you add the provision for doubtful debts, which is new. And then you subtract provision for doubtful debts, that's old. Old means it's always in trial balance. New means it's always in the additional info. Whether it is bad debts or whether it is provision, when you find that in the trial balance, it is termed as old. When you find that in additional info, you termed it as new. So this is how we deal with bad debts and provision if both comes in the sum inside the trial balance as well as the additional information. Now, whereas in the balance sheet, it is debtor less the new bad debts, only the new bad debts. less the new provision. Now we are simply adding and subtracting items, isn't it? Without even knowing the logic behind this. What is the journal entry that goes behind this? That has been discussed already. Let us roughly learn the ledger preparation also. Because if you learn it with ledger, no, 100% you will be crystal clear with the topic. Therefore, whatever they ask, you can prepare the ledger and get the figures directly. So let's start with some ledger and journals on these cases. So here is a rough format of provision for bad and doubtful debts account. Bad and doubtful debts or provision for bad and doubtful debts, I'm going to use it the word PBDD. Provision for bad doubtful debts, okay? Sometimes it's only PDD, which means provision for doubtful debts. Sometimes it will be provision for bad and doubtful debts. So here it's provision for doubtful debts account. As I said already, provision for doubtful debts is a liability account. So opening balance will be by balance brought down on the credit side. So this is the debit side and that's the credit side. So by balance brought down, old provision that you find in the trial balance. Okay, so opening balance. Now, two bad debts. Now, where does this comes from? Remember the journal entry that I told you with bad debts. What is it? Bad debts to debtor when bad debts is provided, and then provision for bad and doubtful debts account to bad debts account when provision for doubtful debts account is maintained. Just go back, you will find these entries if you have doubt. So here I'm considering the case that there is a provision for doubtful debts account, hence it is transferred, the bad debts is transferred to provision account. So two bad debts, the transfer of this entry, this journal entry. And then the new provision which they told us to create in the additional information. In the additional information, it says create 5% provision on for bad and doubtful debts on the debtor. So this is that figure. So opening balance, which you find in the trial balance, this is the new bad debts, all right, and this is the new provision. Now this could be new bad debts or this could be the bad debts balancing figure from the bad debts account. All right. So here I'm assuming that there is no old bad debts. That is why I wrote it as new only. But sometimes if old and new exist, then it is better to prepare the bad debts account and transfer the bad debts whole figure to the provision account, which I'll tell you with an example. So then you balance it. Obviously, the balancing figure will be transferred to profit and loss account. So it could have a credit balance or it could have a debit balance. It doesn't matter. So if you are preparing provision for doubtful debts account, then there is no need to do adjustments in the profit and loss account. So the adjustment that I showed you a while before the preparation of this, you don't need to do that in case if you learn the ledger preparation. As I told you, when you learn it with the ledger way, you are transferring, posting the ledger. So you are crystal clear with the concept. So when you do it, just the add subtraction part, you may not know what is the actual effect of this. So I would insist everyone to learn the ledger way. If you learn it with the ledger way, the profit and loss figure that we get over here, this is what we take it to the profit and loss account. Now, provision for discount on debtors. Well, now it's a discount. Debtors are categorized as three types: good debtors, doubtful debtors, bad debtors. So bad debtors means bad debts will naturally arise from that. Doubtful debtor means some we create a provision. All right. So remember, the provision is created on good debtors, and the provision for discount on debtors is provided for good debtors, not for the doubtful or for the bad debtor. So discount is given only to a good debtor, isn't it? When someone continuously pay their dues on time, we are very much interested to give him credit to that customer, right? And also we can offer discount to him because he always makes timely payment. Therefore, the discount is given only on good debtors. Now, how do we know who is a good debtor? Well, if the question tells you what is bad debts and what is provision for bad and doubtful debts, subtract these two. The net amount that you get after subtracting bad debts and provision for discount on doubtful debts is the good debtor amount. Alright, now let's see the notes a little bit. Customer may become entitled to cash discount if they pay their dues on time. The payment may be received in the next year. Therefore, discount should also be allowed in the next year. But debtors are relevant for the current year sales. So it is treated as an expense of the current year, hence provision is created. Naturally, when a person pay in time, we give him discount. But do we give him a discount immediately? No, over the years we know him. Like, it's a continuous process. Therefore, it is created, though it goes to the next year, but it is on the sales of the current year. It is created in the current year itself. Journal entry for this. Discount allowed account debtor to debtor account. Profit and loss account debtor to discount allowed account. Discount allowed to debtor. Debtor is decreasing. Discount allowed is increasing. Discount allowed is an expense account, so it's increasing. This is a transfer entry. This is simply a transfer entry. Okay, discount allowed is an expense. Okay, so it is transferred to the debit side of the profit and loss account. Now, then a discount allowed to debtor, provision for discount allowed to discount allowed. So as I said at the beginning again, when a provision for discount debtor account already exists in the balance, in the trial balance, then it's already provision account, like provision for discount on debtors account. Don't confuse provision for discount on debtors with provision for bad and doubtful debts account. Provision for bad and doubtful debts account is different. Provision for discount on debtors account is different. So in case if the trial balance contain provision for discount on debtors, then it is a different liability account. Okay. So this discount is transferred to that account. So otherwise it is transferred to the profit and loss account. So this is in regard with the provision for discount on debtors. Now let's start the sums based on this. Now the treatment of this also is important. Yes. If there is an old provision, that means a provision for discount already existing in the trial balance, and the adjustment says us to make another discount rate for provision. So then it's too new, less old. Too new, less old. Whereas in the balance sheet, it is debtors less the bad debts, which is new, the provision for bad and doubtful debts, which is again new, and provision for discount on debtors, which is also new. So here DD stands for discount on debtors, not doubtful debts. Okay, discount on debtors. So this is how discount on debtors is treated. So I've selected few questions to make you understand this concept in a better way. The first one is this. The following is an extract of trial balance as on 31/3/2021. So this is the trial balance extract. Sundry debtor balance 4,10,000. Provision for bad and doubtful debts balance 20,000. Bad debts 6,000 rupees. So, and then in additional information we have a further bad debts of 10,000 and create a provision 10% on debtors. So one that is inside the trial balance are old one. So this is old provision. This is old bad debts. And then the one in the additional informations are new. So this is new bad debts and this is new provision. Alright. Now let us learn the methodological way of journals and ledgers. Okay. Okay. Now first I'm going to do the journal entry for this. First is bad debts and then provision. So this is already the 6,000 which is old, which is already journalized. So I don't need to take that into account because journalized taken into ledger and then it comes into the trial balance. Okay, so it has been already journalized and posted to ledger and only then it comes inside the trial balance. So I'm going to pass the journal entry for the new bad debts only. So bad debts being an expense, bad debts account debtor to debtors account. amount 10,000, 10,000. Now bad debts is being recorded. Now bad debt should be transferred. Well, before transferring bad debts, let me see, it is important to prepare the bad debts ledger. Yes, because there is a old bad debts in the question. As there is a old bad debts, I have to prepare the ledger in order to transfer the entire bad debts account figure to provision for bad and doubtful debts. So I'm going to have a rough preparation of bad debts account. Okay, side by side. Just really small. Okay, let's take it here. So bad debts account, a rough way. Okay, rough way, just to get the concept clear in our mind. Bad debts is an expense account, right? So the balancing figure, the two balance brought down, the opening balance is 6,000 rupees, and then further bad debts 10,000. So if I transfer this journal, you get to debtor another 10,000. So the 16,000 is transferred to provision for bad and doubtful debts account, which is 16,000. So this is nothing but the balancing figure. Alright. So 16,000. So hope you understood the bad debts. So this amount, we pass the journals for this amount. So if there is only bad debts, then straight away we can pass the journals of transferring 10,000 to provision account. Okay, in case provision want to be created. Otherwise, straight away to profit and loss account. But here, since provision account already exists, then and there is a old bad debts also, it's important to find out what bad debts is transferred to provision account, because bad debts have to be closed in the end of the year. So we found it is 16, which means old 6,000, new 10,000. Totally we transfer 16,000. So I'm going to clear this out. Journal entry now is provision for bad and doubtful debts account debtor to bad debts, and the amount is 16,000. So bad debts treatment is over. Now let's get into the provision account. Provision account opening balance is 20,000. All right, and further need to create a provision for 10% on debtors. Further, we need to create a provision 10% on debtors. Alright, so let us first find this 10% figure. What is this first percentage figure is all about? Again, go to the working note. Okay, whatever I'm saying, do it in the working note. So, debtor is 4,10,000. Right? Debtor amount is 4,10,000. Bad debts to debtor, that means debtor is reduced by 10,000 here. So, subtract bad debts 10,000. So 4 lakh rupees. Now create a provision 10% on debtors. So provision 10% is calculated on the debtors after subtracting the new bad debts. So 4 lakh into 10%, 40,000 will be the provision amount. Alright, and this is the new provision. Alright, this is the new provision. Now let's prepare provision for bad and doubtful debts account. Also in rough column, not in the fair. Provision for bad and doubtful debts being a liability and opening balance is 20,000. By balance brought down is 20,000. Then we transfer the provision to bad in this entry. So that means to bad debts 16,000. And then the new provision amount, which is the closing balance, to balance carry down 40,000 rupees. So 56,000 is the total in the debit side, whereas in the credit side the balance is only 20,000. So the balancing figure is by profit and loss account. Profit and loss account, how much? 56,000 minus 20,000, 36,000. So total is 56. So how much provision? So provision entry will be provision for doubtful debts, a profit and loss account data. Profit and loss account data to provision for bad and doubtful debts account, which is 36,000 and 36,000. So this is the profit and loss to provision entry. Now, so this is what we do with bad debts and provision. All right. Now, when you prepare in final account, so when it comes to final account preparation, we have 3 accounts to do in that. One is trading, where there is nothing to do about bad debts or provision. So then we do profit and loss account, in which we record the profit and loss figure, which we know it as 36,000, isn't it? So by to provision for bad and doubtful debts, 36,000. And whereas in the balance sheet, if you want, you can prepare the entire ledger and get the balance, or you can simply do the inter-adjustment. Debtor 4,10,000 less the new bad debts, which is 10,000. So 4 lakh less the new provision, which is 40,000. So the debtor value will be 3,60,000 in the balance sheet. So this is how we deal with this case. Now let's go to the next case. So next question, I have made small changes to the previous questions. So previous question, the items are just similar to the previous question, the first one. Only thing is here, provision for doubtful debts amount is slightly higher than the previous one. Previous one was 20,000, here it's 60,000. So what will happen because of that? There, profit and loss account was on the credit side of the provision for doubtful debts account. Whereas here, the profit and loss account, which is the balance sheet figure, will come on the debit side. That's the only difference. Alright, everything else is same. So journal entry, everything is same. When you prepare provision for bad and doubtful debts account, bad debts, everything will be the same thing. When you prepare provision for bad and doubtful debts account, opening balance, buy balance, brought down 60,000. Two bad debts, hope you remember, 16,000 after you prepare the bad debts account. Closing balance, it's 4,10,000 minus new bad debts 10,000, 4 lakh into 10%. So two balance carried down is 40,000. Now here the credit side total is bigger than the debit side total. So the balance figure will be to profit and loss account. 60 minus 56,000. So 4,000 rupees is returned back. So this is the only differences, whereas everything else will be the same. The treatment of debtor in the balance sheet is also the same. The provision for bad and doubtful debts amount that we take it into the profit and loss account will differ. Okay, so only the profit and loss account figure will differ. So when you prepare the profit and loss account, the provision for bad and doubtful debts amount will be 4,000 rupees. No, it's not 2, it's 5. Sorry. ₹4,000. So it's like returning back. So don't worry, in case if you're not getting credit balance always, if you're not getting a debit balance always, you might get a credit balance also. All right, now let's get to the third case. Third case is slightly different. So third case is here. Summary debtor 1 lakh, bad debt 6,000, provision 7,000. So this is all old, isn't it? Then additional information contained sundry debtors includes 10,000 rupees receivable from a customer who has become insolvent. An official receiver has declared a dividend of 50 paise in a rupee. Also maintain 5% provision on debtors. So here there is bad debts because one particular debtor who was liable to pay 10,000 have become insolvent. Okay. And therefore, the official receiver, the bank has declared that he has become insolvent. So, his official receiver have to pay only 50 paise, half of his liability. So, you can think how much we receive out of 10. So, if 10,000 is due, we get only 5,000, isn't it? So, remaining 5,000 is a bad debt. So, 5,000 is received, 5,000 is not received. So, 5,000 we will receive it 100% because the official receiver has been declared to be paid. So, court has declared it, therefore he will pay. The remaining 5,000 we have no hope to get it because it's been declared as he's been declared as an insolvent. All right. Now let's first deal with the bad debts like we usually do. So deal with bad debts and then deal with the provision account. There's already a bad debts and it's already been journalized and that's how it has come to trial balance. So no treatment in regard with the old bad debts. We only deal with the new bad debts. And new bad debts is how much? Only 5,000, isn't it? So bad debts account debtor to debtor 5,000, and there is already a there is already a provision account exists, so it is better to prepare provision for doubtful debts in rough. So provision for bad and doubtful debts account in the rough. So I'm opening it. Opening balance, I'm not writing by balance brought down and all, you know that. So opening balance 7,000 here. Closing balance, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but then when I prepare the bad debts account, there is 6,000 opening balance already and further bad debts of 5,000. So bad debts from the bad debts account, total amount that is transferred to provision for bad and doubtful debts account will be 11,000. So two bad debts. Hope you remember the first case where we prepare the bad debts, we transfer the amount to the provision for bad and doubtful debts account, and then we prepare provision for bad and doubtful debts account. So here it's the transfer of 6 plus 5, 11,000 rupees. Now we need to record the closing provision. Well, we know that closing provision is 5% on debtors. Well, it's 5% only on the doubtful debtors, not on bad or not on good. All right. So out of 1 lakh rupees, 5,000 is bad, right? And 5,000 is good. 100% because official receiver will pay 5,000. Correct? Hence, provision will be created only on 90,000 rupees. So this is point to be noted here. Okay, usually it's debtor less bad debts. That's what we blindfoldedly do. Here, bad debts is 5,000, but subtracting only that 5,000 is not enough because the remaining 5,000, the official receiver will pay. So that's a good data. So since we know it, we're going to get it. So that's a good, 100% good. So no provision is created on bad or no provision is created on good. So 90,000 into 5%. 4,500 will be the closing provision amount. So 2 balance carried out, which is 4,500. So opening, bad debts transfer, closing. So balancing figure was what? Yes, goes to profit and loss account. So 15,500. The balancing figure will go to profit and loss account. So what's the difference? 8,500 rupees. Now when you pass a journal entry, it is a profit and loss account data to provision for bad and doubtful debts account, isn't it? All this is rough. So then we pass the journals, which is provision for bad and doubtful debts, profit and loss account data to provision for bad and doubtful debts, 8,500, 8,500. Okay, now journals are done. Now let's see what happens in the profit and loss account. Well, this amount will come. What else will come? This amount, 8,500 will come as provision. Okay, as provision. Remember, no need to record bad debts here because bad debts goes directly into the provision account. Only when provision is not maintained, bad debts will go to profit and loss account. So no bad debts. Okay, only this provision for bad and doubtful debts will come. Now, what is the effect in the balance sheet? This is point to be noted. Balance sheet. Debtor. How much is the debtor? 1 lakh rupees. Less the new bad debts, only 5,000, not 10,000. So 95,000. Less the provision, new provision, which is 4,500. And that's it. Remaining is the good debtor. This is what you show in the balance sheet. Hope you understood. Debtor 1 lakh less the bad debts which are irrecoverable, the 5,000 rupees, this one, and then the 4,500 closing provision, this one. Okay, if you want you can pass journals for this also. So 4,500. So this is the only two that is adjusted. If you want, definitely pass journal entry for this also. So here it is called as closing because it's a provision created. Alright. Right. Now let's do the last case. So this is the last case where 2 years extract of trial balance is given. It's the last case where 2 years extract of trial balance is given to us. Okay. Now let me first discuss the questions and then we will see the treatment. Extract of trial balance for 16-17. Sundry debtor 60, bad debts old of that year and old provision of that year. New provision 5% should be created. Then we step into the next year, 17-18. Debtor 16,500, new bad debts and new provision. So let us first know how to deal with this one. First thing we do is prepare bad debts account. We have only opening balance and that will ultimately transfer to provision account. Okay, so we prepare bad debts account roughly. Bad debts account. The opening balance is 2 balance brought down, which is 2,000 rupees, which will be transferred to provision for bad and doubtful debts account. There is no further bad debts in that year. Then you prepare provision for bad and doubtful debts account of that year, where opening balance is 3,000 rupees and bad debts transfer is 2,000 rupees. Alright, now they say create 5% provision on 60,000. 60,000 into 5% is what? 3,000 rupees. So to balance carry down 3,000 rupees. So 5,000 is a debit total, credit total is 3,000, debit balance is more. So by profit and loss 2,000 rupees balancing figure. Now you know very well where this 2,000 will go. The 2,000 will obviously go to the profit and loss account debit side. Alright. Now in the balance sheet what do we do? Balance sheet, it's the debtor which is 60,000 less the new bad debts, but there is no new bad debts here, so nil. Less the new provision, yes there is a new provision which is 3,000 rupees. So therefore the net amount that we show in the outer column is 57,000. Alright, then we step into the next year. In which balance as per the extract of it shows that debtor is 60,500 rupees. 60, bad debts is 500, create a provision 5%. So here what do? Let's prepare the bad debts account. And here we don't have, the balance brought down. Instead we have bad debts to debtor, it's to debtor, the new bad debts. To debtor, the new bad debts, which is 500 rupees. This will definitely go to provision for bad and doubtful debts account. Then you prepare provision for bad and doubtful debts account, in which opening balance is not there. There is no opening balance, right? But last year's closing balance is this year's opening balance. But then this amount is being adjusted to debtors already, right? Right. So create a provision. So 60,500 less 500, which is a new bad debts, 60,000 into 5%, 300 rupees, 6 for 3,000 rupees will be the new provision amount. So new provision amount will be 3,000. So previous sum, there is no new bad debts. So 60,000 into 5% directly gave us the new provision amount. Whereas here 60,500 minus 500 into 5% will give you the new provision amount. So new provision amount is 3,000 rupees. To balance, carry down 3,000 rupees. So this is going to be the closing balance to us. So there is no use in preparing this account because debtor is directly prepared on it. So hence we take the profit and loss account balance. We take it to the profit and loss account straight away, to the new bad debts, which is 500, which is already transferred to provision account, and then a provision of 5% is created. So 3,500 provision for bad and doubtful debts will be 3,500. How? Hope you know this 500 and plus 60,000 into 5%, 3,000. So totally 3,500 provision. And in the balance sheet, it is debtor it's the debtor amount, which is 60,500 less the new bad debts 500, so 60,000 less the new provision 3,000, so 57,000 out of all. Clear? So this is how provision is dealt and the bad debts is dealt in final accounts. Hope you understand this. Watch it again and apply it to all the sums. If there is any doubt or comment, please put it in the comment section. Thank you.